Are you struggling with something in life and looking for ways to heal? My name is Santosha, and my goal is to help you find those ways. Welcome to my podcast, Become the Healer. Together we'll explore an integrated healing approach and journey through ancient healing modalities, mindset shifts, scientific evidence, inspiring stories, and practical tips, empowering us to heal our lives, get unstuck from toxic patterns, and expand consciousness, raising our energetic vibration and healing the planet from within. Hello, and welcome to the show. My name is Santosha, and I have been a Reiki master for over 25 years now. And I've got a story to tell you about Reiki that you might not be aware of yet. There is a watered down version of Reiki in the world, and people are not aware of the more expansive practice that can really make a difference in your life. So I wanted to talk about this in the podcast. But first, I just want to make you aware that my website is healingtheplanetfromwithin.com, as well as I have a YouTube channel, Healing the Planet From Within. And I talk about all things personal development and spiritual development to improve your life. Now, the reason for that is because I see the world in energies, right? I see the world as energy. And I know that if we're improving our own life, we're raising our own energy vibration. And if everyone around the world was doing this kind of practice, we would be healing the planet from within. So I'm asking everyone to step up into conscious awareness and into the practices of raising their energy vibration. Now, to do that, we need to be more aware of what's going on in the world and aware of what's in our personal template, our thoughts, our emotions, and behaviors, so that we can take full power and steer our lives in a direction we want it to go, rather than be subjected to the rules of this personal template, yeah? But that's for another podcast. Let's get into the Reiki situation right now. Okay, so when I first learned Reiki, it was like 25 years ago. My daughter was a baby, and I was given this practice that was very simple, right? You put your hands on chakras, and that was it, you know. In the attunement, it was so special. My Reiki master had the room dark. The windows were even covered so that the room was blackened in the middle of the day. She had candles and a little altar. She would call it an altar, where we could put our jewelry and crystals and whatever we brought along for energizing. I didn't understand any of it at the time. She would ring a little bell, and we would go in the room one at a time. And she had David Hike's harmonic choir chanting Om. And they say that was that deep monk voice, Om. Well, my voice is not tuned right now, but it's amazing experience, right? Amazing experience. And after that, you know, you feel very spacey coming out, and she just said, hold silence for some time in this space. And then we shared our experiences and what we saw, and we wrote it down, and that deepened the adventure, right? To share, to say, wow, this happened to me. I felt this light energy coming down my spine, and someone else would share something about chakras or colors or symbols, and it just made more sense what happened then, right? Because each person receiving a Reiki initiation or attunement experiences different things. And it's absolutely fascinating. I find it fascinating. So anyways, I practiced that Reiki for some time. I even ran a Reiki group in the Sunshine Coast, Australia for 10 years, a women's Reiki group, where women would come to my house for a gold coin donation, and there was different massage tables set up around the house, sometimes up to 3 massage tables because they had that many people. And, you know, there was 4 or 5 ladies around each massage table and one lady receiving the treatment. So these are group healings, and group healings are usually a lot quicker than a one-person healing. And we did it intuitively. There were no rules, no instructions. Everyone worked with their own intuition as a group of women. Women are very good working together to heal. Very good. It comes naturally to us. It does, honestly. And right now, I'm actually calling on women to step up into higher consciousness, because I believe we have more, let's say, power, ability, insights. There's a particular energy vibration that we have as women that we can hold onto the planet to help raise the energy vibration of the entire world. But that's another story, okay? Listen to my other podcast. You'll know what I'm on about then. So yes, I ran these Reiki groups of these beautiful, beautiful women. Before they would come into my house, I would set a silver waterfall of energies at the front door. So they would walk through this, leaving all the toxic energy behind, stepping fresh into the room, into the house. And then when they left, I also did an energy cleansing, and it was a very sacred, very special place. There was a lot of energy, that I was holding in this sacred space in order for it to be, as they say, nourishing, flourishing, enhancing. And it's not just like walking into a room, and it's like walking into this sacred space of power. It was beautiful. It gave me so much joy. And over the 10 years, different women would come and go. Some of them would actually come to my Reiki classes and learn Reiki from me. And some of them just learned from someone else. It did not matter. It's all healing, right? It was amazing. And intuitive sessions. That was really cool, actually. We've all got our hands on someone, maybe 4 or 5 women around one woman. And we'd ask permission from the woman, is it okay if we put our hands on you, or would you want our hands above? And then we'd start the healing, and our hands would move intuitively where they were meant to flow. Well, sometimes we'd start on chakras, but then some of us were more intuitive and went with it. But every single woman on any table would feel the energy stop, the healing stop, and we'd all move our hands away within 2-3 minutes of each other, intuitively. No one said anything, and it always lasted between 15 and 20 minutes, each healing. Amazing, right? It's like, whoa. And I gained that skill when I was living, or a knowledge of these group healings when I was living at Bright Side Healing Center. My daughter was just 2 years old, and we were living there together. For the first time after I left her father, we lived in this healing community. Amazing place, isn't it? First time being a single mom and living with these healers. And that's what they did. About once a week, we would gather, all residents of the center, gather together and do these group healings. And intuitively, we would see in the energy field what the other person was doing. And that was the first time I received confirmation of my gifts, that I could see into the energies. Because one healer would say, oh, look, there's some toxic tar coming out of the coccyx area. And another one would say, I'll put the bucket there for you. All energies, energy bucket, energy toxic tar. One person would see anything, then I would see something around the chakras, and I'd say it. Another person was saying, yes, I'm seeing that too. And I got goosebumps. People are seeing what I'm seeing in the energies. These were powerful healers, though. That was my first experience as a healer. Amazing, wasn't it? Whoa. Okay, so the watered down version of Reiki. Let's get back to the topic again. I first learned the watered down version of Reiki and then ran these groups, and it was great. It's got power in it, right? But what was lacking is the knowledge of how energy moves through the body. So when I was Reiki master attuned by a fellow by the name of Don Beckett in Hawaii, he taught me the Reiki practice from Mikao Usui's students. There was a couple of people, what are their names now? The top of my head, I don't remember. It'll be somewhere on my website. These 2 Americans that went to Japan and spoke to Mikao Usui's elderly students who were, quite old at the time, in their 80s perhaps. And they gave some more knowledge about the authenticity of Reiki. Mikao Usui was a martial artist. And I used to be a martial artist. I practice Aikido Jiu-Jitsu in Canada. So I'm very aware of what a martial artist can do. Not the watered down version of martial arts. That's a sport nowadays. Come on. It's the actual martial arts from Japan. I met a martial artist in Canada and went into school that was very well trained. Not my school, they didn't train us that well, but I did meet someone who, after doing an acupressure session on me, acupressure massage, his energies were so heightened, turned on, if you say, that he could turn his palms towards my stomach, being 2 or 3 feet away, and move my internal organs up and down. And he was a fairly new black belt then. Imagine him now, like, God, that'd be like 10, 15 years later, his abilities. I looked him up on the internet recently, a couple of years ago, and I said, wow, he's running his own school now. He was very, very, very powerful. And that's what martial artists can do. So imagine Mikao Usui trained for many years before he taught Reiki, before he created his system of healing. People were coming to him for healing. And so he wanted to give them the gift of healing so they can go and heal themselves. But people don't have that ability like a martial artist would have. So he started using these symbols to help us tune our energies to this power. Now, if you've just learned the Reiki symbols, it's just a symbol, right? You really need to activate it, become familiar with it, build a strong foundational friendship with it, and then the power turns on more fully for you. Honestly, it makes it such a difference. So the watered down version of Reiki is just knowing the symbol, but not activating the power within, not using it. If you use it every day, you activate it. And then you start becoming familiar with, like, say Chokure. You're working with Chokure, say, for a month, and Mikao Usui students would work with symbols for like 2 years, right? Not just a weekend workshop like we do in the Western world. 2 years with one symbol. Wow, right? Okay. So then they were able to walk down the street, turn it on. It'd be a protection, boof, done. Like, that's what I was doing yesterday. Thinking, no, boof, done, protection. You know, it's amazing, amazing feeling. So Reiki, the watered down version, makes people think that they are healers also, because it says you're a healer now. And so they step into ego with it, which is not Reiki. You don't have ego with Reiki. You don't think, I'm a healer, I can heal people. In fact, it was a few months ago, someone actually popped into my private message through my Facebook, through my website. A lady was telling me, what do you think about these Christians on Reiki? They're condemning Reiki as evil and demonic on YouTube. And I was like, let me go and look. And these women had learned a weekend version of Reiki and were in their ego with it and thought they could heal people. And one lady was saying, I felt some really demonic energy coming through me. Reiki is nasty. I'm thinking, Darlene, that's not Reiki. That's just the dark energies using you because you're unaware. You're in your ego. When we're in our ego, it lowers our energetic vibration. When you're in a lower energy vibration, the darker energies do tend to use you. They manipulate us, right? But if you're using the practice of Reiki properly, using the 5 principles, the 5, Reiki 5 principles of just for today I will not worry, just for today I will not anger. This raises your energetic vibration, right? Instantly. But also, oh my goodness, also, I think I'm talking very fast in this episode, right? I'm super excited about this topic. Also, traditional Chinese medicine links worry to the health of our spleen. It links anger to the health of our liver. So if we want our spleen and our liver to be healthy, we should not anger or worry. Oh, mind-blowing. That's what Mikao Usui knew. So it's important to absorb yourself in the entire practice of Reiki to get the most benefit from it. To align yourself with higher thinking, higher feeling, because that will make your body healthy naturally. To start doing the energy exercises that's in the traditional, the traditional version of Reiki, which is coming from Qigong martial arts, right? It moves the energy through the body. Just like I said, this martial artist could move my organs with energy. If we could do that, we would be good healers. Well, you can use it for other things, but which is probably the reason why we don't have the watered down version of Reiki. The higher powers will not let someone in their ego mind practice the higher practice of Reiki, right? Because, whoa. So that's probably why the Western world has the watered down version. But I just want you to know that you know, we can't condemn Reiki as demonic if you're using it improperly. It's not good. And to also let you know that you can go deeper into the practice of Reiki. I actually have a Reiki Master program that I love taking people through so that they can start to understand and build on their practice of Reiki. I mean, it's only for 3 months. It's not like we're practicing for 2 years, but I'm giving you all the tools and techniques and foundational knowledge so that you can develop your abilities over time. And I stay in contact with all my Reiki Master students in case they need something, knowledge, another attunement, anything, right? Like, it's not just a course that you walk away. I want to be in your life. Now, if that sounds like something that you're interested in and you're going, oh, wow, yeah, definitely, you know, get in contact with me. I'd like to come to you. I'd like to come to your country and run a Reiki Master program. You know, I need to tell you this before, you know, you make a booking though. Right now, at the time of recording, I am planning to go to a monastery and meditate for 3 months. I say through 3 months because that's my maximum that I'm feeling in my mind and my energies that's going to be allowed before I come out into the world. I really just want to do this because I know I need to raise my energy vibration even higher. Like, I'm satisfied with what I've done so far, but I need to go bigger. So I'm going to go and do this. And I'm looking forward to that because hopefully we'll do that, leave here in about a week. Everything is packed and ready to go. I'm super excited. Yeah, so before you make your booking, just wait until I'm done those 3 months. You'll notice it on my podcast and on my YouTube channel that I have finished, because I will make a public appearance on those platforms in order for people to understand, oh, wow, she's finished. But in the meantime, while I'm on this meditation, please listen to my entire podcast, binge watch my YouTube channel, and send it out to the world. Like, just tell everybody, tell all your friends, hey, listen to this lady. She's got a lot of stuff, you know. And also, I'm going to invite you to my Patreon page. I've started a Patreon page because I would like to build a community of healing people, people who are dedicated to raising their energy vibration and learning the system of healing. So my Patreon page is dedicated to that. It's like, you know, affordable if you become a paid member. It's a monthly subscription. I've given this monthly subscription to the first 100 people at the reduced cost, and then of course there is going to be an increase in cost after those 100 people. So if you get in now, you can have access to the entire thing for this reduced cost. Isn't that fun though? I mean, wow. Okay, in the Patreon program, the Patreon community, I am giving you access to my integrated healing program, to behind the scenes looks, of course, but also access to me and the secret knowledge that I have. We're going to be having Zoom meetings, and you can ask me questions about what you need to do on your healing journey, or where I can guide you along the way, or you can ask questions about the techniques I'm sharing online and everything. So yes, I am super excited. So please go and join that. I want to take everyone's lives up to the next level. But, you know, in the meantime, if you're a Reiki practitioner and you've learned the watered down version of Reiki, I would encourage you right now, the best thing that you can do is just use Reiki more. Develop your relationships with Reiki. That's what I did. And Reiki, the energy of Reiki itself, taught me, guided me to this higher level. Honestly, it's been my best friend. I would tap into Reiki. I would use like the Chokure symbol or Seiki symbol or the Honcho Zeisho name symbol. I would use one of the symbols or the Kotodama, the spirit sounds of the symbol in the original practice. That is so fun. I would use one of those if I needed to have information or knowledge about my life or heal my emotions, my feelings, my energies. I would use that and I would get the information. But the thing is that you have to set an intention. In order to build a relationship with Reiki, you have to set an intention to expand consciousness. Be dedicated to healing, be dedicated to expand consciousness. So set your intention right now. Yes, I want to expand my consciousness. Okay, now you've said it. That's fantastic. Now you go deeper into the intention. Like, yes, I really want to expand my consciousness. I want nothing else in the entire world but to expand my consciousness, right? If you do that, Reiki will take care of you. The energetic vibration of the divine light energy will take care of you and will teach you everything you need to know. It will guide you, right? Now, it doesn't come in it can come in secret messages in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day, but it will also guide you to the people, to the resources you need on your journey to awaken up into a higher power. So make the dedication, start using Reiki on yourself every day, and you will notice a shift. Mind-blowing. And if you get a chance, you can do my training, but it's not necessary. You can only do that if you want to connect with me. And I actually do want to start running retreats, healing retreats for people to take them into a deeper level. So that might be something we do as a Reiki retreat. So that would be very cool. All right. I want to thank you, my dear listeners. You are amazing people who are dedicated to healing, who are curious about healing. And you've come to my podcast, Become the Healer podcast, because you want to know how to do this. You want to know how to take your life to the next level. So please subscribe to my podcast, share my podcast, and get it out to the world so we can start creating this divine community of higher vibrations. Well, yeah. And I wish you a really good day and many blessings for your journey. Thank you for listening to my podcast, Become the Healer. I'm super grateful to have you as part of this community. You are awesome. And before we go, I want to remind you about 2 exciting things that you don't want to miss out on. First and foremost, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. By doing so, you'll never miss out on one of these juicy good episodes and even stay up to date with upcoming events. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on a single moment of what's coming up. But wait, there's more. Also, head over to my YouTube channel called Healing the Planet from Within and also hit that subscribe button. That way you can enjoy all the fantastic content, including traveling to sacred places and fun behind the scenes moments. Subscribing is super easy. It takes 1 click and would mean the world to me. So go ahead and make sure you're part of this incredible community, both on my podcast and YouTube channel. And finally, wander over to my website, Healing the Planet from Within, and become part of our healing community by downloading the worksheets and making inspiring comments on the podcast episodes. It's super, super great to have you with us in this community. Thank you so much for joining me on this amazing journey. Your support means the world to me because this is truly my biggest passion in life. I look forward to connecting with you on another episode or even in person.